What's up, guys? It's
The OG Gamers.
yeah, OG Gamers with Skeeter and Kamikaze, and this is a new series we're calling Happy Hours. If you wanna,
This is when we play video games while more drunk than usual.
a lot more drunk. So we got a little bit.
Thanks to our unofficial sponsor, Evan Williams, for the best of times.
Yeah.
This is gonna look so terrible when you
EW Gold for the best of times. Gosh, audio is gonna be horrible, and like it's very fine now that it's like not recording and shit like that. Anyway, so yeah, for happy hour, you know, because combine our two favorite things, drinking and video games, and we're good at both. And
I guess you used to listen to a fucking song by the House Martins.
yeah, my mama always said, do something you love, and if you're good at it, it's even better. So, are you proud of me, Mom?
I know mine isn't.
Oh, yeah,
She's not gonna watch this video anyway.
yeah. So, yeah. So we've already been drinking a little bit pre-game, and so we're gonna drink, play video games for a return, and we figured, you know, what better video game to play when drunk than a driving game? It makes perfect
Drink
sense.
responsibly.
Yeah, we don't condone drunk driving. We will not pay your ticket or your bail. But
We will make fun of you tremendously.
Oh yeah, if you guys have some drunk driving stories, please share them. I mean, we'll call you a dumbass, but you know, we can share them on the channel.
As a cautionary tale.
Yeah, we got a few drunk stories that we're gonna share. But anyways, so yeah, is the controller not working? The controller's not working already.
Technical difficulties already ruining our night.
Again. I forgot how to use the controller.
Preferences,
Oh.
I think. Oh, wait.
Oh, nope, I got it working.
What the shit?
That was weird. Okay.
Alright, I have an idea. Let's do time trials, but for every second we're behind the other person, we have to take a sip off the bottle. So one of us will go first. The next person will follow us. Whoever comes in slowest takes the amount of sips for however many seconds slower they were.
I missed all of that, but how about this? Let's just drink just all the time, and eventually when we get two controllers for this, we could play that drunken Mario Kart game.
Alright.
And
You mean Beerio Kart?
Mario Kart, yeah. And did I just get a text message?
I think it might have been my woman. Rip Girl.
Texting me?
Nah, she gets random ass emails like I do.
Oh, are your batteries still charged? Yeah.
Except because of all the stuff I've had to buy for her over the years. Like, I get stupid emails from Victoria's Secret, Etsy. And I
Yeah.
just go through my emails. I'm like, oh my god, am I a woman now?
Yeah. So we're gonna do 50cc because
We suck.
yeah, we suck. We
You saw our 150cc video the other day.
Flashback Friday. So I actually want to be able to like get shit done. It sucks that you didn't bring your other controller because the two controllers worked on this one.
Well, it's just we happened to be in town hours after you asked me to come over initially. I'm just like, well, I'm already down here. Let's go.
Then you woke me up like an asshole. Jeez, scary. Like I fell asleep and I wake up to him with a new haircut, and he's like shaking my torso.
I wasn't shaking you. I gently poked you.
No, you like grabbed both sides or something.
I didn't because my vape was in one hand. I could not have grabbed both sides of you. I think this might have been your sleep brain exaggerating the details
I
because,
don't know, man. But I mean, you know, I got anxiety. You know, I got
Yeah.
PTSD.
which is why I was trying to be gentle. I genuinely was.
You should just be like, Zach, like a knock on the door. That usually does it for me. Oh, and we're already off to a bad
What
start.
if I told you I did?
Did you really?
I mean, kind of like as I opened it, I just said, Zach, you up, buddy? And I was like, ah, shit, he's awake. So I kind of like crept closer. I like poked you, and that's when you freaked out.
Yeah, no, the problem was I wasn't awake. Yeah, it definitely freaked me out. So, anyways, so
I mean, in my defense, would there have been a way to wake you up without freaking you out in that circumstance?
probably I'd say like just I don't know, like kind of grab my ankle. I don't know, not grab, but like kind of poke my ankle. That's the least sensitive area.
I mean, I feel like no matter where I would have poked you, you still would have had the same response.
I don't know, because I mean, Rachel wakes me up and stuff, but
Well, next time she's up here, I'll have to ask her what she has to do to make you wake up without freaking
yeah.
out.
How do I wake up your fiance in bed?
You're not my fiance.
No, like asking Rachel, how do I wake up your fiance? Dang, I am really bad at this. This is 50cc and I'm in 8th place.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten a single power up too. I've slid through all of. I don't. Actually, what's more skill, winning or being able to slide through what 3 power ups so far?
Well, one requires actual skill. You're just being a dumbass.
I don't know. So anyway, so drunken stories. You got any good drunken stories for us?
Oh God. How about the time that I got me and my friends kicked out of the Central Western game?
Ooh, that'd be. God damn it!
Hey, we say Allah damn it. We only make fun of fictional characters.
Ooh. Anyway, so tell me the story.
Alright, so we'd already drank before. That morning was rough. My buddy Sam, basically like one of my brothers, wakes me up at 9 a.m. says, "Listen here, fucko, we're going to the store. We're buying a bunch of drinks." So let's see. I'd started drinking. He'd started drinking. Our roommate had started drinking. Our roommate handled it like a little bitch. He had like 1 beer and a shot of vodka and threw up all over our floor. We cleaned that up. Sam's girlfriend comes over, and she's like, "Okay, I want a drink too." We give her her drinks. We go to the tailgate. We're having fun. Eventually, you know, we've drank more and all this other shit. And Sam goes over to help some guy who clearly had alcohol poisoning. This guy was passed the fuck out. So, you know, being a first responder, training to be a firefighter, he starts administering first aid, helping this dude out. And his girlfriend's just like, "Well, I've got this vodka and we can't get it into the game. Do you want to finish it?" And, you know, initially I said no, but she's just like, "Come on, I know you can do it."
The boobs told you.
I'm not blaming her because I should have known I was at my limit. I should have refused harder.
But
So it's not her
refused
fault.
harder.
But I'm just like, "Okay, fine, I'll finish your bottle of vodka and cranberry juice." And I was already drunk. Too drunk to fucking know I was drunk. And I slammed that shit. Eventually, I'm to the point where I can't keep my eyes open, and I have to hold on to somebody to know where I'm walking. And we get to the gate of the game, and I go to reach for my student ID so we can get in, and I spill everything from my wallet on the fucking ground. And I don't remember anything after that. Apparently the cop looked at everybody else and said, "You either take him home or he's going to jail." Next thing I know, I wake up in my bed. Apparently I puked multiple times. And no one got to go see the game because I was stupid and got way too drunk. Way too drunk.
I've been there, you know, I've been that guy and I've been the guy dealing with that guy before. Was that your first time getting drunk?
No, like I started drinking when I was like 14.
That explains a
But
lot.
that was like, that was the most drunk I'd been at that point. And like,
God damn it.
no, like I don't even remember the Uber drive home. Apparently, like I almost puked in the car.
Yeah.
And like there was a period where I was at the bus stop where I kept acting like I was gonna throw up and didn't. Luckily, I didn't do it till I got home. But no, I woke up at 6 p.m. with a hangover.
Damn. See,
That's got to be a record of some kind.
see that's, well, like, I've had alcohol poisoning and woke up like 3 days later,
Shit.
but I have never had a night where I forgot. Like, every single time I get drunk, I can remember it the next day. Like, obviously, I can't remember every single time I've gotten drunk, like, you know, up to this point, because, I mean, I don't have enough, you know, megabytes in my brain. Yeah, I said megabytes, kids. That's how bad it is.
Skeeter computer doesn't have enough RAM.
It runs on MS-DOS.
I'm not making fun of Crowder Sven computer at all. Beep beep.
But, yeah, so that's pretty bad, though. That is, pretty bad. So, have I told you the story about how I got the name Skeeter?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you need to tell everyone else.
Okay, so, I mean, it's a pretty well-known fact that, in the military, underage drinking is a huge thing. Whether or not you get in trouble, that's really up to you, because, in most cases, they don't really care. like NCOs and stuff. You know, as long as you're not drinking and driving, you're not like raping the general population.
I mean, as a civilian, my personal opinion on that is, if you're old enough to decide that you want to risk your life for your country, then you're old enough to have a drink, or 2 or 3 or 10.
Yeah, I mean, really, what it came down to was just and it was a peer pressure thing, and kind of, but work hard, play hard, and like I said, as long as you stay out of trouble, and pretty much as long as you stay in the squadron, didn't break anything, you weren't a danger to yourself or others. I mean, it was no issue. And but it was my first time like drinking heavily, because I'm like 17, 18 years old, and
at this time, not currently.
Yeah, and at that time, and out of all my friends, I was definitely the youngest one. All my friends were actually like in their late 20s, early 30s. Like I actually hung out with a lot of older airmen, and
can you stop hitting the bananas? I mean, it's bad enough you're hitting them, but you're spinning out super late. Anyway,
I'm gonna lose this one. Yeah, so dang. Yeah, so I got the nickname Skeeter because apparently I had a drunk, altered personality. Like I guess so. I should backtrack. I do kind of forget drunken times, or I can't remember totally. When I first started drinking, so apparently and I would later see pictures and videos and stuff, and thankfully they've been deleted now because there's no incriminating evidence. We kind of had a pact that way. And I remember I kind of have no control, stuff like that, but I get super drunk, and I was that guy that jumped through tables and stuff, and I mean, it definitely life of the party. I wasn't one of those annoying drunk guys that just was super obnoxious. Everybody had a good time, and I was actually pretty well liked in my squadron, for the most part, I think. I hope. But so the name Skeeter came about because I don't know, I guess between the way I dressed and the way I acted, I was like that 90s party dude, and McLovin came about because nobody could pronounce my last name, so it turned into McLovin. No joke, I'd get called down to CQ. It'd be well, Airman McCullough, Airman McLovin, please come down to CQ. Stat, chomp.
Now explain to the civvies what CQ is. You need to me, because I'm a civvy.
I think it stands for charge of quarters, something like that. I actually don't remember what it stands for. Essentially, it's just the front desk lobby of the squadron, and then where all the offices are for your NCOs.
Well, Airman McLovin, please come down to the principal's office.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. So that was pretty much it. And so yeah, Skeeter came about because just party animal, and it stuck, and I actually I enjoyed the nickname, and so that's what Skeeter came about. Yeah.
Just so you know, your puppy died today. You're still not excused from drill or fire watch.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I have to do Sherbert Land.
Yep.
Die in a fire.
See, Firewatch for us was CQ, because CQ was also where we did perimeter checks and things like that, and yeah, we order takeout on night CQ. Order takeout from one of the many fine establishments in deep South Mississippi, and actually I gotta say Biloxi. It's rough, but it does have some nice parts. I would definitely visit Biloxi again. It'd be a really good cheap budget vacation. But anyways, so Biloxi, Mississippi, cool place. But yeah, so we pretty much order takeout, and then just we do the 2 hours of paperwork we had to do, organize appointment slips, and then every hour, not on the hour, which was the best part, it had to be kind of a few minutes off. You grab your vest, flashlight, rifle, things like that, and you do a perimeter check. And you come back and you just keep watching Netflix or Sports Channel. There's a mini BX outside our squadron. We'd go to the Red Box, rent different movies, and we'd just watch those all night.
Oh god, I keep forgetting that the joysticks on this controller are ass. I'm just gonna D-pad it.
D-pad. So, yeah.
Was it a few minutes off the hour? Because that would be too predictable if someone was trying to sneak up on you.
Yeah, I guess so. So like, you wouldn't do it at
3 o'clock. You do it like 3:15.
yeah, like you want to go like, you know, like you could do one at like 0300, but the next one couldn't be at 0400. It had to be like 0402 or 015. I mean, but it was kind of more of a 15-minute window. Like it still had to be fairly frequent. I mean, I'm out now, so I can't get in trouble for it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we'd forget sometimes, so then we just bullshit it. Like we'd miss like 4 hours, and we just bullshit it on the paperwork because nothing ever happened. Not on our side of the base. Our squadron was actually, this is when I was in tech school. Our squadron was separated from all the other squadrons because all the other squadrons were like right next to each other near the main gate, and that's where a lot of shit happened. Like people have tried sneaking on that gate before, like hop the fence and shit like that. And actually, because it's not like barbed wire fence, it's actually a relatively low security. When you think of a military installation, it actually is relatively low. I've seen factories with higher security, at least on that side of the base. But our side of the base, I mean, the only thing there was train tracks. The one thing that sucked though was like every single fucking morning at like 1 a.m, this train would go by, and it would go by for about 20 minutes. Like it was a 4-mile long train. Like it was ridiculous, and it was right. Like seriously, like our squadron was kind of at an angle. You had our road, fenced, and then train tracks. Like if the train were to go off the tracks, it would like totally demolish the whole building. But yeah, so that was that was the good old 334. I'm that G in the swamp. That's me. I'm a gator. Chomp. And pineapple is a bad word. Pineapples are bad.
What did you finish last time?
First. No, third.
Suck my hairy balls.
Alright, well, that means you just gotta go on the other one. I got a drunk story anyways.
Alright, go ahead.
So, and I haven't told you the story, I don't think, how we actually snuck a goat on base.
No, this better be better than the Ted Mosby story of the goat in the bathroom on his birthday. Because as you know, I'm an avid How I Met Your Mother fan.
I watched it a lot, but none of the episodes stuck in my mind. And because of that, that's why I don't watch it again on Netflix.
It's not on Netflix anymore. You have to have Hulu.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna eventually get Hulu because I only had Netflix to watch TV. I mean, the history documentaries are great, but
Nah, it's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah. So, anyways, this goes back to tech school, and this was so the OG Skeeter McLovin days. What was it, tech school? Yeah, it was tech school. And so I had a buddy who was in another squadron that I shipped out with. We weren't in the same basic training squadron or flight, but we had the same recruiter and stuff. I think it was a few weeks behind me, I think it was a few weeks behind me. And but so he was in another squadron. I want to say like the 330th. I can't remember the numbers. I think they were the Wolfpack. Anyways, so he was a friend of mine. I won't say names. We'll have to make up names. So we'll call him Mario. And he had his buddy who was in his basic training flight, Luigi. And Luigi had a car. And so we're hanging out, driving around Biloxi, Mississippi, just shooting the shit, things like that. And it was like, shit, I want to say in the middle of the night, and things like that. And we didn't at that point we didn't have curfew on the weekends.
But you did afterwards.
Yeah, but for a totally different thing. But we didn't have curfew. I think it was because we actually got hotel passes that weekend, so that way we could essentially get a hotel and just not have to stay on base for a weekend. I can't remember what the form's called, but anyway, that's beside the point. The big thing. So we're driving around and everything, and interesting. So we kind of played this game because in Biloxi, Mississippi, on the road that goes down like the coastline and stuff that runs, it's like parallel. Like you got the base, and then the road. So like this is the base. You got the road, and then like about a mile down south, and then you got the Gulf of Mexico, and then but that one road that runs along the beaches and stuff. Well, on that road, for every single mile block, not even a mile block, literally, and you can Google Earth this, like Google Maps it, literally, like every single fucking corner, there's a Waffle House. There's like 6 Waffle Houses within a 2-mile radius. It's ridiculous. So we used to play this game of if we could see the same car at a different Waffle House throughout the night, and we were getting bored and shit, and then we were drinking too, like we were hardcore drinking, and you know, being stupid and stuff, and we got this amazing idea because we remember we saw these flyers in the squadron about there was a circus in town, because you know, anytime there's something going on, the like fairs, circuses, or you know, I don't know, concerts, whatever in the area, they always put out flyers on the military bases because you know, they know that we're gonna go spend our money. And so we remember the circuses in town, and we're just like, dude, like, let's go to the circus, even though it's like fucking like 1 in the morning at this point, you know, but we just didn't do it. So we get there, like obviously there's no one there, all the gates are locked and everything. Well, Luigi pulls out fucking like chain cutters, like, you know, those big old plier things, like from his trunk.
Yeah, bolt cutters.
And they're just like, what the fuck, man?
Not that I have any experience in using those for any criminal activity at all. Thank you for listening, NSA.
So yeah, he pulls those out, and so we end up, so we drove in, and then we find the petting zoo, and we're like kind of, you know, Mario and I, we grew up with farm animals and stuff like that. You know, my grandfather had Texas Longhorn cattle, and you know, he grew up. He had like pigs and horses and stuff like that. So we're petting these animals and like colors, and we're just drunk.
Heavy petting zoo.
Heavy petting, yeah.
Thanks, no effects.
And we are fucking like just blitzed off our asses, and we're drinking like, and you know, I got like the 5th of Jack, and this goat comes up, and he's like nudging at my Jack Daniels, and he eventually takes the bottle and like starts chugging my Jack Daniels. I'm like, guys, look at fucking Chompy over here. He's fucking like, look at this badass. And like Mario, you're like, oh, that's fucking sick, man. That's awesome.
You know what Ricky calls them?
What?
Horn dogs.
And yeah. And
Don't take rocket appliances.
I told you so. And so I get the bright idea. I'm like, this goat's so soft, and he can hang with us anytime. Let's bring him back to the base. So we load up this goat in the back of Luigi's car, and it's like a little tiny Honda Civic, kind of like Rip Girl's car. And
Wait, we talking like Civic or CRX or?
like Civic, like sedan, like small little sedan, like a Honda Civic.
Okay, the sedan's gonna be bigger because she has a coupe.
Well, you know what I
Which
mean.
is-
You know what I mean. It's
I hate my woman's car.
Either way, stop getting so fucking detailed with it. Small fucking car. Small little 4-door car. So, kind of like the size of my old Neon. It was like a little, it was either a Civic or a Camry. It was something.
Yeah, except this one didn't break down.
Yeah. Anyways, so we get in the back of his car, and so Mario and I are chilling in the back seat with this goat in the fucking middle, like drinking and like just drunk off our ass. And Luigi's pretty hammered too, but he was good at driving drunk. Which actually, no, it's never good to drive drunk. You can never be good at driving drunk.
Don't fucking do it.
But
Don't do it.
yeah, you want to start the next one?
Oh yeah.
And so we get to the gate and everything, and the security forces guy, we have all our cat cards, not just cacks, all our cat cards ready, like our little military IDs, and he kind of looks in the back for a minute, and I can't quite remember, but he didn't say anything.
He assumed it was one of your dependos.
Probably, yeah, he's probably just one of our wives, or one of the girls, nasty girls we picked up.
It is Biloxi. I want to remind everyone.
Yeah, the Gulfport gals, and they're the Biloxi bombers. And anyways, yeah, and he waved us through. We were all in, so we ended up chilling at Mario and Luigi's squadron, because in each squadron had like their own little basketball court, patio areas, and we're chilling at these on these picnic tables by the basketball court, and Chompy's kind of dicking around a bit because he's like drunk off his ass. So eventually we tied him to the basketball hoop, not like to the rim, but around the, and he still had like 8 feet of rope, like he was playing. He was close to us, and we chilled out with him and everything. And at this point, it's like 4 in the morning, but it's a weekend, so nobody's waking up early. And I'm shocked Weekend CQ didn't find us during their perimeter check. So I think they fucked up too.
Good job, Weekend CQ.
Yeah, well, if you get pulled for weekend duty, I mean, you just don't give a shit. You hate your life. Like if you're on weekend duty, you have no
You mean
friends.
like every day I clock into work?
Yeah, weekend duty has no friends. And but anyways, yeah. So we ended up passing out.
Damn it.
Anyways, so we wake up the next morning. The goat's gone, and we have no fucking idea what happened. We're like, did that really happen? And we're like, comparing our stories, and everything's lining up. So there's no way that we inceptioned each other's dreams or whatever. And because we're just too stupid to do that.
Did you say insectioned? Incepted.
Inceptioned. And insectioned. Some Ricky-isms right there. And goat's gone. So then we're thinking like, oh shit, like security force is gonna be after us. And so we kind of just laid low that day. We all hung out and kind of but kept quiet. We just stayed in our dorm room, and we were watching the Base News Network, and we heard nothing. And we were keeping an eye on local news, so we kind of laid low that day. So the next day came around, because this all happened on a Thursday night. So Friday we laid low. Saturday came around, and nothing happened. Like, just we're like, holy shit. And so just to wrap it up, never got caught, never got in trouble, and yeah, like nothing ever happened to it. And we have no fucking idea what happened to Chompy. I think some dude in a cowboy hat named Doug Dimmadome stole him. But yeah, we have no fucking idea what happened to Chompy. And yeah, that's the story of how we snuck a goat on the base drunk. Yeah.
I mean, who wants to hear one of my favorite Hillsdale stories?
Oh, me.
Alright, so this is a fun one. Me and my buddies, Ben and Sam, we're driving around late one night because there's not shit to do in Hillsdale. If you've ever been there, especially if you're a college student there, I'm sure you fucking know this better than anyone else. Because you've lived someplace else before you went there. We grew up there. We know there's not shit to do. You guys got fucked.
Mike Pence is going to speak at the college graduation.
I know. I wish I could go.
He's really going to find out what small town America, the problems.
But no, anyway, we're fucking driving around late one night. We see this van. It's a big white, like a 1980s Chevy van. It's pulled over and there's a cop. And we're just like, we drive past and we make a few jokes. One of them being, I bet that's a mobile meth lab. And we drive out to the lake. We do a loop around Bobby, seeing if anyone's out there fucking in cars, because that's a pretty Hillsdale thing to do, is fuck by Bobby's lake.
You just want to see people fuck, don't you?
Yeah. But then we drive back another 15 minutes later. Car's still there. Instead of one cop, there's 3 cop cars and an ambulance and a fire truck.
Damn.
And there's little kids sitting on the curb talking to an officer, and mommy and daddy are in handcuffs. So we just go, yeah, definitely a mobile meth lab. Something fucked up is going on here. The next morning, I'm at Ben's house. We turn on the TV in his parents' kitchen because they had a little fold-down one that literally was attached to their cabinets, which is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, we just go, okay, we're going to turn on the TV, watch some fucking whatever while we eat breakfast. Literally, it was turned to a news channel when we turned it on. And the first news story that popped up, I can't remember what channel was covering this, but mobile meth lab pulled over in Hillsdale County with videos of the van we saw pulled over the last night. We immediately call Sam like, dude, you're not going to believe this shit. We were right. That was a meth lab.
For the first time in your life.
They're on the news.
We're on the news, man.
Well, we're not on the news, but they're on the news.
Yeah.
Better them than us.
Pretty much. That's awesome.
But like just the fact that we completely predicted that with I wouldn't say baseless evidence because you see that many
That's
social servants and you get kind of weary of what the fuck's going on here.
that's still a pretty good call. Like that was a shot in the dark. Like that was a pretty good call. Oh, you held it too long.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Yeah. You
I'm
want to?
drunk, who cares?
That pumpkin.
This video is
drubbed it.
meant for entertainment purposes. I'm not like flexing my dick on how good I am at Mario Kart.
Yeah, this is definitely not a pissing contest.
I mean, because no matter how good you are, someone's always better than you. That's one thing I've learned in life.
That's depressing. Although I think if this was a pissing contest, we'd win because I mean, alcohol really does make you piss good.
That's true.
So definitely, we would win any pissing contest you could throw at us right now.
Hey, woman, if you need to piss because you're bloated, fuck my doll, just drink. It'll probably make you a lot more bearable to your male partner. And if you don't have a male partner, well,
Hold square and back. Oh, you should just restart at this point.
no, fuck it.
Dude, you're gonna get laughed by fucking Mario. Why does he have a goat on his cart?
One, I hate this weird ass controller. Two,
It's the exact same as a PS3 controller.
the buttons don't do the same shit.
It's mapped the same way an N64 would be.
Yeah, you try to reverse. What the fuck? Oh, D-pad. I was using the analogs. I don't know. Am I that drunk? I have to try this just to be sure. It's not doing the same thing. Is this what you were doing?
Circle, I told you.
You said
I
square.
know, I told you the wrong button. Okay, now X to go.
I hate you. Wait, I was using the analog stick again. Dude.
Yeah, the drunk Mario Kart police. If only I knew animation, I could make that a cool video. Like one of those Dorkly videos. Like,
We're better than Dorkly. We're better than Now This. We're better than BuzzFeed.
anything's
fuck.
better in BuzzFeed.
True. Liberal propaganda bullshit. But anyway, enough about my personal life.
Well, hey, you might not get 7.
Hey, have you guys heard of Super Male Vitality yet?
Jeez.
My name's Alex Jones.
I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about?
Have you not watched, like, literally any InfoWars shit?
Not really. Anyways, so
You should, just because they're so hilariously
back to
terrible.
alcohol. Yeah. So back to alcohol. This is the story of when I first got drunk. And funny enough, it was in a foreign country. And it was not Canada. So I'm English. I was actually born in England. Was not raised there. I only lived in England for like, I think a little over a year.
Renounce the citizenship.
Yeah, I had to renounce my citizenship when I enlisted in the Air Force, but I'm definitely a Brit. You know, my mom still has her accent. You know,
It's actually really weird going into a Walmart in a small town and hearing a woman speak in a very, very British accent.
Yep, she's been here for like 20 years now, and
Still hasn't lost the plot.
yeah, no, she's made a very, very conscientious effort to keep her accent. Anyway, so I grew up English. So, but when I was 17, I think it was either 16 or 17. It was the summer before my senior year of high school. We went back to England, visited family. We spent like a month in England, and so my one of my mom's friends from her childhood or teen years, whatever, has a son that's my age. He's like maybe a year older, and so we actually hung out a bit, and we got along really well, and really cool guy. So shout out to Will. Did even worse, damn. Okay, let's try.
The alcohol.
Okay.
Your turn. It's fucking your turn.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Come on, you bloody fucking wanker.
So anyways,
Here, you tell the story. I'm gonna piss like a pregnant woman.
oh, I gotta tell. Okay.
You gotta tell it all by your
I
own
can't
son.
tell about myself. But I think you're gonna like this story. I'll give some filler. You're gonna like this story. So, all right. So I am playing Mario Kart. Yeah. Oh, I got the boost. Oh, I got the boost, but I fucked it up. I was not expecting that. And this race is already lost, but it's all good. I actually really suck at this track. Like, really suck at this track. But yeah, so I'm really bad at this track. Oh, I thought Princess Peach was behind me. Oh, that's because, okay, so I'm not in second. Okay. Oh, fuck you, Toad. Yeah, I'm horrible at this track. Like, Zach and I played multiplayer. I don't know how the hell it's the first lap. Like, how is that even there? Oh yeah, fuck you, Peach. Oh, every single time I go over that jump, I keep thinking I'm gonna miss it. Where the hell is Donkey? Is he all the way down there? Damn, son. I think I gotta get at least second on this one in order to get first in the cup.
Dude, did you notice how blotchy my face is?
No?
I'm at that level of drunk where all the blood is rushing to my face, so it looks like I got, like, coon eyes. But, like, in negative.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, so I'm in England with hanging out with my friend Will, and we had a party. And proper good old English hootenanny with all his friends and stuff. And they like me because the girls like my American accent, because apparently we have an accent.
They gave us the language. We perfected it.
Sure. And
hey, how do you spell color?
C-O-L-U... Oh, no, wait. C-O-L-O-U-R. C-O-L... blah, 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 blah.
You know why we spell it C-O-L-O-R?
Why?
Because we left you in 1776.
Ha, 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 ha. Anyways, so, yeah, so I get super drunk because I found out I really love Magners and Ballmer's cider, which you can get Magners, I think, in America, but it's just not the same. Anyways, so I get like super shit faced for the first time. God damn it. 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 So I get super drunk. And yeah, and you know, I'm my typical lovable self while I'm drunk, because you know, who doesn't love me when I'm drunk?
I don't.
My fiance. That makes it sound like a hitter. I don't. I just get really annoying, like super chatty and a little bit too lovey. So anyways, like, so we're chilling, and everybody eventually kind of the party dies down a little bit, but I'm super drunk. So I get this great idea to go outside because I wanted to have intercourse with a flower. And like hump a tree or something. So I go outside, and it's this like little tiny village just outside of Bedford. I think in Amphill or Malden, can't quite remember. And so, you know, I'm going down the street. I didn't really tell any. I kept joking that I wanted to fuck a flower, but so I kind of ducked out, and nobody knew where I went. And there was this one kid. He was an Indian kid. He dressed like a gangster. I called him 8 Mile Mosley. And cool guy. Can't remember his name, but he was a cool guy. And so eventually Will, my buddy, he's like running down the street, like, you know, because at this point there was a police officer kind of like grabbed me, because I just like I went out and I'm down the street and I'm like like super drunk, and like, you know, it's all brick buildings or whatever, and I stop and I'm just like, why am I in Jonesville right now? Like, I thought that I was back home in Jonesville. Like, you know, Jonesville is actually a little town next to where we grew up. And I'm just like, why am I in Jonesville right now? And this police officer, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, this guy's yelling at me like a police officer, but he doesn't look like any of the officers back home. He's not in all blue. Because, you know, police officers in England, they got like the checkerboard cap and like the bright, you know, like they can visibly see, you know, the fluorescent yellow vest. And
Fluorescent adolescent.
yeah. And Will comes running down the street. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This is my friend. He's American." And the police officer just goes, "Okay, say no more. Just get him inside. Get him off the street. If he's American, just get him inside and lock him in." And so we get inside, and I'm super shit faced and everything. And I walk in, and everybody's like, "Oh goodness, like thank goodness we found typical polite Brits, even when they're drunk, like, oh, we're so worried about it." And I just go, "I fucked the flower." And they're all like, "Yeah!" And so eventually everybody leaves, and I spend the night at Will's house. And so we go to his room, and I sleep on his floor. And no shit, this is how I first met his dad. So his dad comes up, and he kind of is just like, "Oh yeah, hi, I'm Will's dad," and everything. And I'm like, "Hi, I'm Zach," and he's like, "Oh, you're a bit wasted, mate." And I'm just like, I'm thinking, I'm like, "Oh shit," or like I didn't realize, like, "Yeah, a little bit," and then I realized, I'm like, "Oh shit, wasted, like that's weed," but apparently wasted also means drunk over there.
It means that here.
Well, I don't know. Wasted always means stoned to me over here. Anyways, so yeah, so he's like, "Yeah, you're a little bit wasted." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah," and yeah. So, and then this dude also dated my mom back in the day for a short minute.
The fuck?
Well, not dated, but or like had a crush on her or something like that.
Courted, maybe.
Definitely not courted. It's not fucking medieval England. This was 80s England. It was fucking loose cannons.
Ask Paul about that.
Oh god.
That's a different story.
Yeah. Anyways, so like I had that in my mind that he like at one point kind of dated my mom or whatever, and he just kind of goes, he's like, "Wow, you really do look like Sharon." And then he kind of walks down the stairs, and I yell, I'm like, "Well, that doesn't mean you can fuck me." I just passed the fuck out. and I think I heard him kind of chuckle. "Well, that doesn't mean you can fuck me."
Well, that would be the typical British response, and like not take offense to it and just take it as a joke.
Yeah.
Even though free Dacula.
Like, and it was hilarious because like, and I mean I probably came off as like this super obnoxious American, but yeah. So that
I mean, Americans are really easy to pick out overseas.
oh yeah, I mean
Facial hair, loud voices, the accent.
I didn't really have the facial hair, but I just dressed American. Like I wore my baseball caps and stuff because all my like Hillsdale baseball gear and shit like that, and my sports stuff, and school sports are
And just like, Hillsdale? Where the fuck is that?
well, and like different sports
It's in
and
Scotland.
like Hillsdale baseball or Hillsdale track, things like that, and nobody gives a shit about school sports over there. Like it's just not a thing. Like they don't do high school sports really. They don't do like college sports like they do over here. Like it's sports aren't a big thing. America's the only country that cares about sports as much. And yeah,
Except for football.
yeah. So proper football. But yeah, so that was a story of how I first got drunk. Almost got arrested in a foreign country. Almost got lost in a foreign country. Almost got, in my mind, almost got raped in a foreign country. almost got Cosby'd. And yeah, so that was the first time getting drunk, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So
Alright, so I think now I have to play and I have to tell my mirror getting taken off my first car story.
okay, do a time trial though, because we are at over 40 minutes.
Alright, so
This is gonna be an editing nightmare for me.
yeah.
But I'm drunk. I don't have to worry about. No. Don't pick Mario. You're always Mario.
Fuck you.
No. Rainbow Road.
Okay, I'll do fucking Rainbow Road, you cocksucker.
Yeah, Rainbow.
And go. Okay, so my first car was a 2003 Ford Focus, and I was in high school while my little brother Garrett was in middle school, so I used to have to go pick him up from school every day. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Hillsdale, in front of the middle school, there's one street that runs parallel to the front of the building, another one that's at like a weird-ass 90-degree angle. And every day when I'd get there, the street that was parallel to it would be filled with cars, parents waiting to pick up their kids. So I parked on the street that was at an angle.
It was a 5 mile an hour nightmare.
Yeah. So this one day, and mind you, it's in the winter, the streets don't get really plowed properly. So, you have to park in a foot from the curb.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Like, you're really far from the actual edge of the street. And I see the semi-truck is trying to turn from the one street onto the street where I'm parked, and it just does not have the turning radius to do something like that.
You just got fucked in the ass.
And I see it's the wheels on the cab, the rear wheels getting closer and closer to me. And I start freaking the fuck out because I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Until I see the wheels actually hit the driver's side mirror on my car. And I'm just like in this panic where, what the fuck do I do? I'm 16, mind you. I just got my license a few months ago. I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I just see this guy take the fucking mirror off my car. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how do I confront this dude? And he just kept on driving like he didn't even notice it happened. So some lady comes up to the side of my car and says, listen, I saw what happened. If you need me to testify in court, I will. And I'm just like, oh shit, court, that's like really fucking serious. So I run down the street, I flag this dude down. He's maybe a block away, but he couldn't get up the speed. He was probably in like second gear.
Or, 14th because it's an 18-wheeler.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you gotta gear the fuck up to drive one of those things.
Huge shout out to semi-truck driver. My dad, man. Damn. But anyway.
Well, like, here's the thing. I've been through multiple traumas because of semi-truck drivers, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But, like, I know your job's hard, so I'm not going to give you shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, I run down the street and I'm just like, hey, dude, like, I don't know if you noticed, but you kind of took the mirror off my car. Like, I was sitting there watching it happen, and I'm, like, really freaked the fuck out right now. Like, what are we going to do about this? I'm like, do I call my insurance? Do I call the cops? Like, what am I supposed to do? Because I don't fucking know. This isn't shit they tell you in driver's training.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you, the basics of how to drive. They don't tell you what to do when you get in an accident.
Yeah.
That was something that never came up. So he's just like, you know what? I'm going to give you, my insurance and my contact number. He's just like, you call the head office and I'm sure they'll pay for this.
Okay.
I mean, long story short, it was a pain in the ass, but I took it to Stillwell, the Ford dealership in my hometown. Shout out to them. They provided my family with a lot of cars throughout the years, but...
We're not paid advertisers. We're just drunk.
Yeah.
We're feeling sentimental at this point.
But no, I mean, I'm being nice. They're a local business, and they always treated me right.
Yeah,
they did a few things for that Focus.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I needed to replace the PCV valve, and they got me the part with like little to no hassle. But
yeah, no, my buddy Dylan, his dad works there, and yeah, no, they're great people.
Yeah, they're like super nice.
Yeah,
like not like going to the Chrysler dealership, which is now owned by Dick Holes.
Oh god, that place is horrible.
Like when it was Team Hillsdale, it was great, but now this Jim Knox is just fucking terrible, from what I hear.
But anyways, back to the story.
But no, like that trucker's company paid for a whole new driver's side mirror for my shitty little car, and it was a really shitty experience to go through, but it could have turned out a lot worse. And I'm sure that guy was honest with his boss, and I hope that nothing really terrible happened to him.
Yeah, no, honestly, I can tell you that he's probably fine, especially since he owned up to it and was honest about it.
Yeah.
Kind of my dad's had a few incidents like that, because I mean, as a trucker, there's just lots of blind spots. Sometimes you can't avoid shit like my dad. Apparently, when he was still doing box trucks, he had because he's pretty much done car hauling his whole career, but he's had a few stints with box trucks. I guess he pulled out into an intersection. He had right of way and everything, and there's actually a police chase going on. This little Ford Ranger pickup went T-boned him right down his trailer. Obviously, nothing happened to my dad. Like, he was totally fine. The trailer wasn't damaged, not a scratch on it. This Ranger got totally fucked, and the guy was all right, but yeah, like incident reports of that, or my dad's like backed into somebody, things like that. Just accidents or people not paying attention and not giving. The big thing is you got to give trucks enough space too. Like if you're in an intersection, if you don't got people behind you, and you're coming up to a stop and you see a truck turning into where you are, give them space. But that's common sense. Like you and I both know that, but Did you just intentionally drive off?
No, literally, you can't nudge the steering a little bit when you go over that hill because you will fly off. That's what I'm figuring out now.
Oh, but yeah. So truckers are, yeah, truckers are great. But we got a few stories. But shit,
The whole Malibu accident, we will get into at a later time
yeah.
because that's just a whole other shit show.
But we gotta get funny. It's getting too dark now. What's
Why? Because I almost died.
Aw, boo. You're killing my buzz.
My favorite thing is I walk into work the very next day and the other manager, Matt, who doesn't work there anymore, he works at the other store. He just goes, "So what, you're trying to be like me in my semi-truck accident?" I'm just like, "Fuck you, dude."
Yeah, like, fuck off.
He's like, "Why? You came out a lot better than I did." I'm just like, "Still, fuck you. It's a day later." I'm like, "Timing, bro."
Pretty much. Pretty
Nah,
much.
that guy was alright. He didn't give a shit about timing, but I still talk to him.
Yeah. So, these, Ghost in the Sky. This is
Lucy in the Sky?
Donkey Kong? DK, he likes that dick. Dude, I don't think... You have not missed
I know, I
those
I keep
fuckers.
fucking up.
Jeez,
This is why I can't drive right now.
I'm taking away your Mario driver's license. You can't do this anymore.
That's perfectly fine. Free me from this torture. Fuck Rainbow Road. Like, seriously, have you seen my face right now? Like, it's so bloodshot except for a few areas. It's like I'm wearing a mask.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, your face is pretty red, man. Is this what happens when you drink?
Yeah.
Damn. Bar hopping must suck for you.
Yeah, like, my skin just gets really fucking weird. I don't understand it.
Shit happens, man.
Like, I know it's really common with Asians because I read... No, seriously, I read an article about it. I'm not being racist at all.
Hilarious.
One of my favorite people to work with is a Chinese dude, and we crack jokes like this all the time.
That makes it
to each
okay.
other. No, because I'd say the same thing to him, and he'd laugh. That's what makes it okay, because he laughs about this shit.
He's not every Asian person like you're not every white. Anyways, continue the story. You
Okay, I
racist
know.
Son of a bitch.
Not making a monolith out of every race, because that's a shitty thing to do, but you know what I mean.
It's just to finish the story. You've already dug the hole.
No, I don't know, my skin just gets really flush. It's really fucking... I already have sensitive skin to begin with. Like, even when I got this haircut, the fucking lady cutting my hair was like, does your skin always get this red? I'm just like, yeah, just when something rubs on it, it tends to flare up.
You know what's really good for that?
I'm like, I can't even wear a seatbelt properly.
You know what's really good for that?
What?
Semen.
Not gonna try it.
Aww.
Not gonna try it.
Anyways, thanks for putting up with our drunk asses. This has been Happy Hour.
With the OG Gamers.
Yeah. And
We will see you next time.
if you like that shit, click this shit.
Wow!
And if you want to get notified when we post more of this shit,
Click the bell.
click on this shit. Diddly diddly diddly. Get your belly.
Ah!
That's a nice kitty right there. And yeah, I like this shit. So, Happy Hour. Bye guys.